Last hour, Thomas Frank desperately wants to sign Bryan Mbeumo at Tottenham. The player is open to move. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Thomas Frank desperately wants to sign Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo at Tottenham Hotspur, as per Sky Sports journalist Dharmesh Sheth. After remaining absent from the top flight for 74 years, Frank helped the Bees gain promotion to the Premier League in the 2021-22 season. Now, before leaving, he has made them a settled top-flight team. Speaking on the Sky Sports Transfer Talk podcast, Sheth claims that Frank would have desperately liked to bring Mbeumo with him to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and they can offer him Champions League football. Sheth said, "It's interesting this, because now the spectre for Manchester United is Thomas Frank imminently arriving at Tottenham Hotspur, and he would desperately like to have Bryan Mbeumo at Tottenham Hotspur, and he can offer Bryan Mbeumo Champions League football." Bryan Mbeumo has been a subject of attention in this transfer window after displaying productive performances last term. In 38 Premier League appearances, he scored 20 goals and registered 7 assists. Moreover, he helped his side finish in the top half of the table. Mbeumo is a right winger by trait, but can also play the second striker role. Spurs currently have Brennan Johnson and Dejan Kulusevski to deploy in the right flank, while Wilson Odobert can also provide cover in this area if needed. Mbeumo is a highly talented player and was one of the best forwards in the Premier League last term, so he would be a great coup for Tottenham should they eventually manage to trump Man United in this race. Tottenham Hotspur have a genuine interest in signing RB Leipzig attacking midfielder Xavi Simons, but they are yet to enter talks, journalist Ben Jacobs has confirmed. Spurs are set to enter a new era after Thomas Frank was confirmed as their new manager, replacing Ange Postecoglou, who was sacked despite Tottenham winning the Europa League. Tottenham supporters will now be hoping that Daniel Levy decides to back Frank in the transfer market after such a disappointing season domestically. Tottenham have genuine interest in Xavi Simons. Speaking on Last Word on Spurs, Jacobs has confirmed that Tottenham do have a genuine interest in signing Simons this summer. The respected journalist adds that no talks have started between any of the parties, but a move to the Premier League could be one to watch. So Simons and Premier League clubs could genuinely be one to watch. And I can confirm that Spurs like the player, but they've not started talks. They've not decided they're going to bid yet. And again, keep an eye on the price. We're going to hear a lot of Xavi Simons stories, Jacobs said. The addition of Simons would be a statement signing from Levy and Tottenham, proving they are willing to provide new manager Frank with the tools he needs to do the job. Qualifying for the Champions League was imperative to being able to attract players such as Simons, but it remains to be seen whether he would be keen on a move to North London during the summer transfer window. Spurs have been linked with a move for the Denmark international midfielder Morten Hjulmand. They have recently appointed Thomas Frank as the new manager of the club and former Premier League midfielder. Thomas Gravesen believes that the Danish manager is likely to make a move for the Sporting Lisbon star. Thomas Gravesen said, "He is a captain of calibre. Frank was with Norgard for several years, and Hjulmand is an improved version and is even younger. That is why I think Frank's first big purchase for Tottenham should be Hjulmand." Hjulmand has been outstanding for the Portuguese club, and Tottenham needs someone with his skill set. They need a player who will help control the tempo of the game and help out defensively. The Denmark international certainly fits the profile, and it remains to be seen whether Thomas Frank decides to make a move for him. The 25-year-old is unlikely to be a cheap acquisition. He has a €80 million release clause in his contract, and any club hoping to sign him will have to pay up. Meanwhile, the Denmark international midfielder is an Arsenal fan, and he has a tattoo of the Gunners Club crest. It will be interesting to see how the Tottenham fans react to that if he ends up joining the club. He has been linked with a move to Arsenal as well. The opportunity to join Tottenham and play under Frank could be quite exciting for the player. It would be a major step up in his career, and he would get to test himself in the Premier League. Tottenham have an exciting project, and they will be able to offer him Champions League football as well. The asking price could be the only issue, and it remains to be seen whether the two clubs can negotiate a more reasonable deal. Tottenham receive Christian Romero boost as £43 million agreement edges closer. Spurs' chances of hanging on to Christian Romero have seemingly received a huge boost after a big Atletico Madrid transfer development. A few days ago, Romero sent a big hint about his future by seemingly hinting that he is not a fan of Tottenham's decision to replace Ange Postecoglou with Thomas Frank. According to reports over recent days, Atletico Madrid are still circling over Romero, but Spurs have told the La Liga giants that they would have to pay £70 million for the centre-back. The latest transfer developments suggest that Diego Simeone's men are now running out of patience in their pursuit of the Tottenham Hotspur man and are now looking to tie up a deal for an alternative target. Journalist Chobo Alvarez has now suggested on social media that Bayer Leverkusen's Piero Hincapi is now on the verge of completing a switch to the Metropolitano Stadium. This is very significant from a Tottenham perspective, as according to Mundo Deportivo, Hincapi had been identified by Simeone as an alternative to Romero if a deal for the World Cup winner proved too difficult to complete. Meanwhile, Football España claim that the deal to take the Leverkusen man to Atletico would cost the Spanish club £42 million. If that is true, the La Liga club would be unlikely to spend big on Romero this summer. Following the appointment of Thomas Frank, Fabrizio Romano has said that things have gone very quiet regarding the Argentine's situation at Spurs. The journalist added that Tottenham will do everything in their power to hang on to Romero, with the centre-back being seen as a crucial part of the project at N17. Meanwhile, it has emerged over recent days that Atletico have made it clear to Romero to make up his mind before the end of June. We will thus likely find out within the next couple of weeks if the Tottenham centre-back will stay or leave this summer. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs!